Streaming is becoming a pretty big culture in recent years. Streaming is usually a person playing a video game live online for people to watch and for the streamer to make money from, which is usually done through a subscription service, donations, ad revenue, and sponsors. The biggest live streaming site is twitch.tv. According to US statistics, it's the fourth most visited site online after Netflix, Google, and Apple. And as Twitch has a wide variety of streamers who can choose to stream whichever game they want, such as fighting games, racing games, or first-person shooters. The only thing you are not allowed to stream is any game that could be considered pornographic or an early leaked copy of a game. From what I've read and heard from streamers on their live stream is that it does take a while to become recognized and make money out of it. It is all dependent on the amount of viewers that they have in their channel and whether or not the viewers use ad blocker on ads that are shown on the live stream. Each streamer can set rules in their own channel, such as links allowed in the chat, the amount of emotes you can use in each message, whether or not profanity is allowed. The streamer can set moderators in their chat room, who are usually frequent viewers who usually do it out of the goodness of their own hearts as they don't get anything from it. They can ban people causing trouble in the chat and keep it friendly and stop spamming. The streamer can also have a betting system worked into their chat. It has nothing to do with betting real money, and it's used as a tool to keep people interested. Viewers gain a set amount of currency depending on how long they view the channel, and can bet on things like whether or not the streamer wins their next game. Usually streamers do set goals to help encourage people to watch or subscribe to them, such as dressing up as a video game character that they play when a certain subscriber count is reached. This can be used as a method to entice more people to subscribe and gain more viewers who go onto the stream to see why the streamer is dressed weird. Almost everyone uses ad blocker nowadays because ads can be pretty annoying and people don't want to see them. While this is fine for most websites, it is very detrimental to sites like Twitch and YouTube, where ads are where people earn most of their money off of. Streamer I'm a Cutie Pie released how much he makes from subscriptions, as shown in the purple bar, compared to how much ad revenue, blue bar, makes him monthly. There is a big difference between the two, and if ad blocker is used, then it will drastically lower a streamer's income for that month. While streaming can be used as a person's form of income, it can also be used to make money for charities. One big example of this is Awesome Games Done Quick, an event that takes place 1 to 3 times a year, where people raise money by speedrunning games for charities, such as Doctors Without Borders or the Prevent Cancer Foundation. The money is raised by viewers watching the stream and donations made by the viewers that influence various tasks that occur during the speedruns, such as naming the characters or another game to be played if the donation mark is reached. In January 2015, it raised $1.5 million over the course of a week. I said earlier that streaming was usually for video games, and until recently that has mainly been the case. Twitch recently allowed people to stream their creativity, such as playing the piano or painting live online, with the unveiling of Twitch Creative, which was promoted by Twitch streaming reruns of The Joys of Painting with Bob Ross. This idea helps get artists who may be struggling to make a living. It also gives artists a chance to showcase their work and get paid from people just from watching them work. It can also be used as a way for them to receive commissions or potential work by getting their name out there and their work into the public eye. Streaming is becoming more diverse in its content, starting out mainly with video games and esports, and then moving into the creative sector. It has even branched out to streaming live pen and paper RPG games like Dungeons & Dragons, with Geek and Sundry's show Critical Role as one of the major examples of this point. While the community is pretty peaceful and are there to watch people play games, some people can take things too far, such as continuously agonizing the streamer for no reason other than they don't like them, or they thought it would be funny to finally make them snap on stream for people to see. While hurtful comments in the chat room are still inexcusable, there are things that are more awful than that, and swatting is one of them. Swatting is something that didn't start out with streaming but has been happening more and more recently. Swatting is when someone in the streamer's chat room somehow finds out their address and then makes a call to police saying that there's something like a bomb in the streamer's house, and then while the streamers are playing a game, SWAT teams burst into their home, terrifying the streamer who is only trying to make a living or streaming for fun. It's considered a federal crime in America and illegal in many other countries as well. While that is the darker part of the streaming community, there are other nice parts to it as well. For example, a streamer was streaming at home when suddenly her house was broken into by people with guns, and the people in her chat room from all over the world called the police in America to try and get help for her. With the chat room's help, the burglars were caught before anything was stolen or the streamer was hurt. Streaming has also been used for social experiments, such as Twitch Plays Pokemon. The game was run by a bot that took commands posted in the chat by the viewers and input them into the game to see if people could work together to complete the game, or whether it would be total anarchy, with people inputting the incorrect buttons to hinder the progress of people taking it seriously. But after 16 days, 9 hours, 55 minutes, and 4 seconds, the game was beaten, with an estimated 1.16 million people participating in it, peak simultaneous participation of 12,100 people, and 55 million viewers over the course of the experiment. Another experiment similar to Twitch Plays Pokemon was made shortly after, though it was more of a satirical one, called Fish Plays Pokemon, where depending on what part of the bowl the fish swam to would activate a button in the game, though it was cancelled after around a week due to no progress being made.